I mean, there's Swiggy, there's Blinkit, there's Zepto, there's so many others. I say, let's talk about the quick commerce revolution, and if you could give us an example or a story, identified a need gap and then gone rushing in to make a success story out of it, would be wonderful.
So Yulu started originally because they wanted to solve India's last mile transport problem. So that was their idea. But the idea didn't really take off. And they realized that their bikes were being used by the delivery boys of quick commerce companies.
100 crores in revenue.
That's right.
And
that's
counting.
Right. That's right.
Yes, we're back for the attack. 107th episode of Business and Leadership Stories with our good man, Sachin Bhandary from The Story Co. and yours truly, Hrishi K. We come at you every Tuesday in the morning on 94.3 Radio 1, Mumbai, Delhi, Bengaluru, Chennai. And if you prefer your video in your content in video form, we're on the Mint YouTube channel every single Wednesday with fresh episodes. Sachin, how are you, man?
Very good, Hrishi.
You're owning that yellow kurta. All right, there's no discounting that we're in the middle of a quick commerce revolution. Quick commerce market where everybody is trying to go one up on the other. And everybody wants a slice of the pie, isn't it?
That's right. With wafer thin margins.
Well said. I mean, there's Swiggy, there's Blinkit, there's Zepto, there's so many others. But ideally, the companies which are most likely to succeed are people who are going to solve urban India's most pressing, most urgent problems. Right. And I think if they apply their mind to that problem and the solution of it, the commerce will be a natural byproduct and the revenue they make will be there for everybody to see. Yeah?
That's right.
So I say, let's talk about the quick commerce revolution, and if you could give us an example or a story of a brand that has used that, identified a need gap and then gone rushing in to make a success story out of it, would be wonderful.
Right. The first one that comes to mind is I read this article written by Shadma Sheikh in the Mint newspaper a few weeks ago, maybe a couple of months, I don't remember, but it still is relevant. So you've heard of this company called Yulu, right?
Of course, yeah.
The bike guys. So Yulu started originally because they wanted to solve India's last mile transport problem. So you get off a metro train, now you got to go to office. How do you do that? Autos, share autos, all those things are not working as well. So that was their idea. But the idea didn't really take off. So for many years, I think this company was, in a challenging, struggling kind of phase. And I think in 2021, which month I don't quite remember, but they noticed something interesting, which was around 1 p.m. their bikes, which are electronic bikes, were getting really busy and they were on the road all the time. And they wondered, how is this happening? Because people who are commuting to work and commuting back from work are actually not free at this time to be able to ride a bike. So who's riding them? And they realized that their bikes were being used by the delivery boys of quick commerce companies like Blinkit, Zepto, etc., etc. And they realized that that was now their opportunity to be able to double down and help the delivery boys of India, who are literally running this country in some sense. And they came up with a new version, a new bike called Dex. They also started a new installment payment plan. So earlier you'd have to pay upfront, but now you can pay in small installments. So if some delivery boy wants to get into this space and does not really have a good two-wheeler bike, using a petrol or a petrol bike or something like that, they can get started by using Yulu Dex, and that has changed the fortunes of the company. They are doing huge numbers now. Not just that, if I'm not wrong, they are actually in collaboration with Zomato. So your Zomato partner app, as a delivery boy, the app that you use, Yulu's app automatically integrates into that, so you are able to figure out where the bikes are and etc., etc. So they spotted an opportunity and went right behind it, and that's why the article also says that they are the unlikely winners of India's quick com revolution, because like you already said, the others are fighting for wafer thin margins, trying to get funding from where all, we don't know, but maybe just the bike company is the one who's going to win this game.
100 crores in revenue.
That's right.
And
that's
counting.
Right. That's right.
That's Yulu bikes for you, basically identifying that need gap and saying, and you know, some of these things, even though they're electric, can zip. You know, they've overtaken my SUV on many an occasion. You know, I've had to stop myself from road rage and say no.
We should blame Bombay traffic for that. I don't think it's got to do with your SUV.
Wonderful. What really is the insight here? I mean, it's not really about being the newest to the coolest, is it?
Right.
Talk about that.
Right. So one insight from this, from a business perspective, is that it's not just about doing something new. It's also about figuring out if there is something happening already. Much like how, you know, when the gold rush was happening, it's not the people who were trying to look for gold who made wealth. It was people who were providing tools for folks who were going for the gold rush. They were the ones who made a fortune. In the same way, if you can figure out spaces where you can help someone else achieve what they want to achieve, that is where you have a white space and you can create fortune for yourself. But also at an individual level, Hrishi, the message that I got from this story is that a lot of times when you are making a presentation, talking to your boss, talking to team members, to your customers, we think that communication or presentation always is just about taking what's existing and rehashing it in a much better package and selling it to our audiences. Whereas I feel great communication is also about finding that insight or that idea that your audience is not aware of yet. So Shadma Sheikh's article, you know, the reason why I spent my 10-15 minutes that morning to read that article is because the insight was so fantastic, so refreshing, and it taught me something new, which I'm talking about now. So it makes me sound smart, but it was Shadma's job that she gave us an insight that we were not aware of otherwise. So that's the communication.
Well, if you want to tell stories like this at your workplace and benefit greatly, there's only one man who can make you do it, and that's Sachin Bhandary from the Story Co. How can they enroll in your story club? And a very interesting destination retreat that you're organizing. You want to tell them about it?
That's right, that's right. So, of course, I wouldn't go down saying that I'll be the only person who can teach you what I teach you. There are a few other competent people, Hrishi also being one of them. If he ever comes and takes my job, I'll give it to him. But yes, a story club is fairly simple. You look for Sachin Bhandary on LinkedIn. Sachin Bhandary is Bhandary. And I also have an Instagram handle called storyclub.in. And there's a link there which will take you to the registration link of Story Club. You can register for a Story Club online meeting and get to know more about the Storyflexion retreat, which we are doing at Vaksana Farms in Tamil Nadu from 29th August to 31st August.
And I'm going to catch you for episode number 108 next week. Cheers.
Look forward.
94.3 One World, your station.